Overtakers, here we are down day 2, Rocky Nats.
Rocky Nats, day 2, mate, year 2.
Yep.
All the 2s in 2022.
Yep.
Is that right? Did I get all that right? I just made that up, but I'm sure someone else has done that before. We're here. Yeah, what are we doing?
We're down here on East Street and Key Street for the show and shine. We're going to check that out, check out what beauties we've got hiding in the midst here. And then just down the road a little bit, just next to us here, we've got the street drag, so we're going to check that out as well.
Yeah, I also want to have a look at the dynos. So we've got the dynos on up there. I hear there's a pretty stout NA monster going up there. I wouldn't mind grabbing him and having a chat and seeing what's happening with that.
Yep.
And then we'll see, some of the guys on the drag strip, like you mentioned, and see what we can see go down there. It is a warm day here.
It is.
And so I hope you enjoy a bit of the footage. Hit that like and subscribe, right?
Yep, and then let's crack straight into the action. Hey Mark, we've just watched the Capri on the dyno. Now, 1100 horsepower. Yep. Not bad. All motor.
Yeah, all motor. Yep.
All motor. So that's a bit of a big block in there. Tell us a bit what's going on.
It's 615 cubes, 16 to 1 compression, dry sump, and fuel injected on methanol.
Yeah, mate, I know, I can definitely tell it's on methanol. We're just having a bit of a cry here about the numbers together. Yep. But, mate, how long's the build taken you?
I've had the car for probably 8 years. It had a Cleveland in it originally. Yep. And then changed it over to this one and painted it and everything.
Yeah, okay. And you've had it for a while, so is there a bit of history behind the car there as well?
It used to be a true street car. Ran 9.1 with the Cleveland in it.
Oh, right. That's not bad.
Then I mini-tubbed it and put some more power through it. It's run 4.9 over the 8th mile and rolled through at a 780.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Where are we likely to see it next, mate? Are we going to see it up at Kenda or one of those events? Something coming up soon?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, wait and see. Keep an eye, just what tickled your fancy at the time, mate.
Yeah, I'll just put a bigger alternator and bigger radiator in it because I want to do a bit of street driving with it.
Yep. So. No, fair enough, mate. And how are you finding Rocky Nats?
It's awesome. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Love the car park.
Yeah.
The caravan park, I mean.
worth the journey.
Yeah, yep. No, it's good. It's very relaxing, but surrounded by enthusiasts. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and getting a lot of interest on the Capri, mate.
Yeah, yep.
Well, I think you might get a bit more now they know what it runs.
Yeah, maybe.
Mate, well done. Thanks for having a chat to us. And have a great weekend.
No worries. Thank you.
G'day, Jared. We're here having a look at a beautiful example of a HK Monaro.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Now, you've travelled a little bit to be here, but you're local, so I'm confused. But you have travelled a long way.
Yeah. Drove 800 k's up here from Darwin Downs pretty much, and work up here now in the mines. And yeah, forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, yeah. Long drive anyway.
Long drive. Car came up here. How did it go? How did it run?
Really good. Tyres are a bit wild, being the cross-ply tyres and that on it, but really good. Yeah. They're meant to be driven.
Yep.
So yeah, have a ball driving it up.
A lot of people like to leave them sit in the shed, mate.
Yeah,
so,
I know, but I'm not one of them.
No?
Yeah,
get it out there, use it.
Yeah, got to.
Not afraid.
Enjoy it.
There's a couple of scary roads.
Otherwise, I think you just look after it for the next person that owns it, if you know what I mean. But yeah,
you got to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're meant for. So,
Mate.
And other people enjoy it, if you know what I mean. If you get them out and about, and they forget what they look like after a while, I think, because you never see them.
Yeah, that's true, mate. That's true. You can't lock them away. But tell us, matching numbers?
It is matching numbers. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It's got the bathurst tank and the tramp rods and all that. When I bought it, it was all there. That's why I bought this one. I looked at 5 others before it.
Yep.
Luckily, I bought it for back in the day for $16,000. But that was 20 years ago. I know now they're...
So if I offer you 16.5?
Yeah, it probably won't happen.
No.
It's
I'll get hit in a minute. No.
I was one of the fortunate ones, because now you just can't get them for that money, if you know what I mean.
No, we're even close.
But,
that's right.
Yeah.
Put a lot more zeros on the
And
end.
even trying to restore them nowadays, I'm an RO tax. Everyone's got their paint jobs and
it'll cost me 16 grand to get some seats, I think.
Exactly.
These days.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
Mate, it looks amazing, and I can't believe we drove at 800 k's. So,
yeah, 800 k's back home again yet.
Yeah, that's going to be a big trip, mate. And it's in the blood. We've got another one.
He's had a HG Monaro, still got it since 1970. So
you know a little bit about them.
He knows a lot about them. Fortunate for me, comes in handy with the knowledge. So yeah.
And that's where the passion for it comes from.
Exactly, in the blood. Yes.
Yeah. And mate, what was your first ever car?
HR Holden, yeah.
HR Holden, there
I wish it was my father's Monaro, but he wouldn't give it to him. That's why to go get me home. But, yeah, still the case.
Mate, it's good. It's good. It's great to see it out here. Thanks for bringing it all the way up here and putting it on display.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah.
Let's grab the old man and see what's going on with this one. G'day, Lloyd. I'm here to have a look at your car because I've just checked out Jared's car. Now, he obviously told me it was in his blood because and he had to get his own because you wouldn't give him yours.
Yeah, well, that's be right. Yeah.
Mate, how long have you had this?
53 years.
53 years, mate. So it looks pretty well looked after. You must have done a bit of tinkering to it in that 53 years to have it in this condition.
It had to be on the road. It was the only vehicle I had at the time.
Yeah.
I bought it, started doing national service in the last 12 months at Breakfast Creek Eagles at
right. Yep.
And it was a demo at the time. And I was pretty fortunate to get it because the manager didn't really want to see it go. He had intentions.
Yeah.
But thankfully I got it, not thinking I was going to have it for all this time, but it's always had to be on the road at 8 o'clock the next morning to take the kids to school back then.
Yep.
For years, right up until, not so many years ago when we just bought a little car to get around in, but it was the family car.
Yeah, right.
Had 3 kids under 4 in the back seat.
Yep. 2
booster seats and a cane bassinet in the middle, and now
did its job.
Have the grandkids on the same back seat.
How impressive is that, mate? And it had, like in the day, the 350 was probably not the most popular one of them because people were going for the smaller engines, right?
But well, you find out now after all this time, because I did write to General Motors to find a bit of info.
Yep.
And apparently there's about 142, somewhere around that, power guides ever made in a 350 HD because they went to the dealers, and particularly this colour went to the dealers, and you test drove the auto, the power guide, and ordered the 4-speed.
Ah, okay. So it's quite rare as well.
So I remember when I first bought it, they said, "Oh dear, you've got a girl's car with the auto, you know."
Yeah.
But anyway, it turned out pretty good because you find out the history of the whole thing. But it's been rebuilt 3 times. It's done over 420,000 miles. So,
yeah.
You know.
And it was one of those things that you just said, "That's it. I'll hang on to this forever." Cause
never intended to.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
it just ended
up
that way.
It just happened to be that way. But
so you're one of the lucky ones in that sense that did hang on to them, and not one of the ones saying it's one I wish I kept.
Well, that's right. You hear stories all the time. Oh, I wish I would have kept this one, but it just turned out that way. That never did I think that I'd have it for so long, but it just was there all the time, and there you go.
And do you enjoy driving it more today than you did, obviously, as a daily?
Yeah.
Like now you get in it and it's like, it's completely different, eh?
Well, it's quite funny actually when we came up from Toowoomba, but
yep.
You pull up at an intersection with a set of traffic lights and there'll be a four-wheel drive with a kid in the back with the phone going like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're sitting there saying, yeah, and the sweat's and then they put the window up and drive off. But
you're still the cool one.
A lot of them haven't got an idea. They see them all and hop in. Unless you've got all the mod cons, I don't think they'd be so impressed. But they are good to drive when you're... Probably one of the best cars I've ever driven.
Yeah, right.
With you.
Doesn't miss a beat, the big trip?
No!
700-800 Ks?
Yeah, it went like a dream.
Yeah. Better than brand new?
Well, I'd say so, because you do tweak them a bit over those years. It's taken a fair while just to get everything...
You know every nut and bolt in it, I'd imagine?
Yeah.
I like that. Lloyd, tell us then, it wasn't your very first car, was it?
Well, no, I had I had an old 64 E-Type.
Oh.
And that's when I went looking, because I was getting married. And I didn't think the E-Type was going to be...
Not a family car?
No, not too good. And especially to go away on a honeymoon or whatever.
Yep.
Need a pretty big toolbox for the electrical system. But
stayed with a two-door?
Yeah, when I went down to Brisbane there, I pulled up and parked outside a bit. I went in because I saw this out the front, and I told him what I was looking for, and I said, that's what I want, is something like that. And he said,
not that one.
You won't get that because the manager's driving that and he's looking at you. And I said, oh, right. So I went outside, up the road, hopped in the Jag, and I was turning around in the driveway, and then he calls me and he says, is this yours? He said, are you thinking of a trade-in? And I said,
wanted the Jag.
So away he went and come back and he said, well, we'll do a deal, but you've got to pay full price, not demo price. And I think it was something like $800. That was back in the 1970s. And that was a fair bit of money, so I got that. And drove away with
that was history.
Had it ever since. Yeah.
That is brilliant. Thanks, Lloyd. I appreciate so much having a chat with us and telling us the history of that.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's excellent. We'll check it out on Overtaking Lane. We'll put it up there. Thanks, mate. Well, there you go, mate. That's our little recap of day 2. Yep. What do you reckon?
Oh, mate, how good was that? How bloody crazy is... What's up, Overtakers? Here we are. We're back.
Hey.
Dave's back.
We are here. I'm
back. Dave's back.
Not in... where was the last time we did the live show? I was on my way to Melbourne.
Yeah, you're at the airport. There's a clip of you in the video, actually, watching the live show at the airport.
There you go. And we didn't mention what we went down to buy at Melbourne, but it was a flop. It didn't. It just didn't pan out as what we thought it was when we put the deposit down. But yeah, we'll go into that more. We'll say some hellos. There's a lot of people in the chat there.
Bad Q Garage, Terry Hankins, James Bayless, Johnny Skip Pig, JRM Rob, how are ya? Ricky, g'day. Old Fart Shed Steve, g'day. Chris Young, MGB Chuck, Von Belmont. Darren Davidson, Southey, g'day Southey. Mad Cow Mark. Who else have we got here? There's been a lot of chat. Lynn, g'day Nan. Nan's in the chat.
I can see Brad, Gary Sparkplug.
G'day Brad. Man. How are you? Mopar Man as well. What are you doing up at 2:30 a.m.?
Yeah, MGB Chuck. Did I see Chuck in there before as well?
Yep.
There's heaps here, and yeah, we'll try and keep you entertained a little bit,
Hmm.
and talk about what's happening this weekend. Big weekend for racing up here in Queensland.
It is.
So I'm meant to be there right now. So I am meant to be at Winternats right now. So
Mm.
I had some stickers and shirts and stuff to deliver out there tonight, but um, by the time I finished, it was like 6:30. So by the time I got there, well, wouldn't even quite be there by now. So it was probably left a bit late, unfortunately. I was hoping to get away straight after normal work, but yeah, had some printing stuff to do. So I'll finish what I need to and get out there tomorrow afternoon. So for my first bit of a look at Winternats, Toller.
Hmm. It's
Yeah,
a
so
massive weekend. Lots going on out there.
I had Winternat warm-ups last weekend. So and if you're looking for the live streaming, unfortunately, it's not live streamed on Overtaking Lane.
Yep. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
we can't stream that
what?
one. I think
Can't live stream that one.
KO, right? I think.
Yeah, so KO, and there's another place. I think if you go to the Thunder 400 Facebook page, you can find somewhere that's for international viewers as well that you can
Hmm.
stream. For you guys in the States that want to see, I'm not 100% sure on where that is, or if it's paid or not. I don't know. So
Yep.
I can't help you with that one.
Jason
But
Tompkins, how are you?
yeah,
Johnny's off
that's it.
to do the Pittsworth Sprints Committee meeting.
All right, see you, Johnny. See you, mate.
Hey, Beck, how are
Yeah,
you?
get back. Hopefully, we'll one day be able to bring a big event like Winternats to you.
Hmm.
But at the moment, yeah, we won't be live streaming that one.
Yeah.
Check it out on KO Sports. No affiliation. um, but yeah, we'll go out and have a look. So I've got to go out there. I do have a crew pass. So we sponsor Right Line Print and Media sponsors a bike, a Hayabusa drag bike out there. Jason Clarkin, who's out there racing this weekend,
Mhm.
and yeah, Jason some 9-second passes on his Hayabusa road bike, street bike. It is a road registered bike. So he'll be having a bit of fun, and we'll go out there and hang around with
G'day,
him.
Gary.
Thanks for
Green is
passes.
nice.
G'day. So, so yeah, I'll pop out, deliver the bits and pieces from the print shop that I need to tomorrow. I've got to put still got some decals to go on a drag car. I got some shirts to deliver,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think we've got some decals that got sent out today that went on to one of the junior dragsters. We might be able to try and go and have a look at that as well.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a bit on.
G'day, Shane.
His sponsor goes off this weekend. There is a couple of tickets coming out to a few people. Should be sorted tomorrow. They should hit your inboxes or your junk mail boxes tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. But yes, you are correct. It will be drawn on Saturday night.
Isn't it
So
next
if you do want
weekend?
any extras- nah, it's this weekend.
Is
Isn't
it?
it?
I
No,
thought it was the 18th.
maybe
I
you're
thought
right.
it was.
Sorry,
I thought it was because we were out at road trip. We couldn't be there
you're right. It's road trip weekend.
because
isn't it?
otherwise we'd probably be there.
Yeah. I think you're right. Sorry, road trip weekend. What was I thinking this weekend?
The closing date is the 11th this weekend.
Aha.
So if you want a
That's-
ticket, you got to get in before Saturday night,
There you
11:59 p.m. So you can still get them on Saturday, but you got to get in before midnight Saturday.
There you go. Because they will all get done and pulled out and
Yep.
printed and put into a barrel.
But I've got a bit of news around the Winternats.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell us a little bit.
Well, I'll mention this one first. Let me bring up the picture. We've seen this one out of Jamboree, Bad Influence. This is Rob Harrington. He's thrashing to make the Dream Pro Slammer debut. This is from Drag News. A change of race format and the lure of some serious cash has motivated Rob Harrington into a thrash to have his Bad Influence 2 Monaro on track and ready to debut in the Pro Slammer at the Gulf Western Oil Winter Nationals. When Harrington rolls into stage for the first qualifying session of Pro Slammer on Friday, he will be realising a lifelong racing dream. The decision came about once I saw the all-run format coupled with the 40k on the line. Money talks and more runs at the best meeting of the year is just a no-brainer to enter, said Harrington. Going Pro Slammer has been the goal since day one of my racing career. I've wanted to do it my whole life. To actually enter and run with people I've looked up to for a long time is going to be a surreal feeling. I still pinch myself that I own my own Pro Slammer. It blows my mind that I actually own and race one. But Harrington hasn't had time to ponder his dream. The state of the world we're currently in just added more challenges in reaching the start line. The engine has just had a fresh rebuild, top to bottom. Right now, I've been so busy getting the car and transporter ready, I haven't had much time to feel anything about it. It's a battle just to get there. With a worldwide shortage on parts, we had to rush a set of rods in from the States, as the set I ordered had no ETA at all, plus various other parts that could take days to months for answers on a date they could arrive, or even just an alternative option. But everyone is in the same boat logistically. It's a nightmare behind the scenes. That was only half the battle. Compounding the parts shortage following Harrington's runner-up finish in Pro Mod at Super Thunder, routine maintenance uncovered a serious problem with the Monaro that looked to rule him out of the Winter Nationals. We found the diff had a massive crack all the way around the spindle for the floater hub. One more pass, I believe it would have vacated the vehicle, and God only knows what the consequences would have been. We could have fixed the diff, but it would not have been safe for myself or my fellow racers, so we scrapped that diff and decided to go down a different route. I received many phone offerings of help, which I'm grateful for, but we ended up with a complete strange modular setup that will last us a very long time. It was definitely money well spent, as it's a piece of art.
And going all in.
Yep. He's under no illusions on the performance of the Monaro. The car has run into the 5/8s with the previous owner, Wayne Keys, but since then, what was a tired Murray Anderson built chassis has undergone an extensive rebuild by Harrington and should be capable of a bit more. Since I debuted the car, it has been in legal door slammer trim, and we have been chipping away at the setup. The only change is the new diff. It may change the whole dynamic of the car, but only time will tell. Our first pass with the car reassembled will be Friday during the compulsory qualifying session. We just want to make a repeatable A to B passes in the car. We are battling tyre shake about 150 foot out, so we hope to rectify that this weekend, with the quality of the track always being good at winners. Of course, a 5-second pass is in our sight. That would be a bucket list item ticked off. Our PB currently is 6:09 at 241 mile per hour with a pedal early into the run. If the car behaves and the driver does his job, the car should sail into the 5s, should be the word there. In the world of drag racing, nothing is certain. Big weekend for him. And thanking his sponsors as well. He's got Child's Tire Service Emerald, Burson Auto Parts Emerald, Torquay Hotel Harvey Bay, and Harrington Race Autos.
Well, we'll have to have a look at that one. Check it out. So the plan, I think, Tyler, you're coming out to Winternats with me as well on Saturday.
Yep.
And it's on all weekend. You know, it was racing today. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So lots of racing.
Yep.
We'll get out there and have a look. Definitely Saturday, spend some time out there. Maybe get some footage.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll slap together a bit of a video for Tuesday night. What do you reckon?
Yep, absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
I think I've got to pick up the Gemini tomorrow too. I forgot about that.
Oh, true.
That's another thing on my list of things I've got to get done.
You can take the Gemini for a run out to Winners.
Maybe. We'll see how that goes.
But, you got that many cars now, you just look at the keys and go, which one?
Oh, there's one. We got one less. Sold a car.
You did.
Yeah,
that's a bit of news.
Yeah. The Integra.
Yep.
Integra is gone. So you can check out the Integra over on its new Instagram page called Teggy the Integra.
Yep.
So it's over there and with a P plater where it belongs.
Yep.
Yeah. So
G'day,
yeah, that
Mark. How are you?
G'day, mate. Some questions in the chat there from Ricky about the LS1 pushing out rear main seals. So if anyone's got any advice on that, I've never placed a rear main in an LS1, so I don't know too much. Just, they're not a rope seal L308, are they? So
we aren't streaming the Winternats, Chris. Unfortunately, that is KO has that one.
yes, over on KO. No, unfortunately not here. So, but yeah, we'll go out and we'll do a video on it, and we'll get out and have a chat to a few people.
Yeah,
and yeah, we'll what else? We'll get some interviews.
absolutely.
Hey, we're there with we've got the bike, the Hayabusa there that we sponsor, so we'll have a chat to Jason. There's obviously a few other people usually camped in around that same area. You'd know Steve Day.
Yep.
Tyler, you know, I'm talking to Day Family
Yep.
Racing.
Yep.
So they usually camp in that same area. So
I think
we'll catch up with all those guys.
I haven't watched his video yet, but Junga Bunga, I did start watching it earlier. I think he was headed out to the winners. He did mention it at the start of his video.
I saw a post
at the long roof up and going.
Yeah, I saw a post up on his Facebook earlier that had the long roof sitting out there with covered in frost.
Oh yeah.
So don't forget your warm clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Junga Bunga Racing guys, if you want to check that out. It's Matty. We've had him on. He did the Junga Bunga's no prep.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll head out there. We'll make a video of that. We'll have a chat to those guys. We'll have a chat to well, we've just put some decals on young Amelia and a junior dragster, and I don't think we've never interviewed anyone in the junior dragsters, Tyler.
We haven't.
Maybe we can have a chat to the kids of the sport and have a look what's happening there. And then we've got a couple of other bigger drag cars out there that we know that we could go and have a chat to as well. So I think that would be the way to go. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll pick up that Gemini, and maybe there's a video in that there somewhere too, Tyler.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
We've never really done a video on the Gemini, have we?
No, we haven't done a video on it yet. We've done the picking it up and like a little bit of talking about what the setup is currently while it was on the back of the F truck.
Maybe we go right through that, do a big full breakdown on what we've got, and maybe a little bit of where we're heading with it. Maybe we won't give away everything on that yet. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
no? Keep some of it secret.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
So, but there has been some sneaky bits in other videos. There was an engine going somewhere at one point in another video, was there not?
Yep.
Last couple of weeks.
That was in the 4x4 video.
Yeah, so there is some sneaky hints out there for those that are wanting to find out. What else? What else was I going on about? Oh, we'll talk back about Melbourne. We'll go back there. I think we'll probably share with you. We didn't end up putting any footage up of what we went to look at. So that's not there. I'll change from top chat so I can see all the comments as well.
G'day, Roy. How are you?
But we did get g'day, Roy. We did go down to Melbourne. We caught up with James. Said g'day to James Bayless. a couple of blokes that I work with as well. Caught up with them for some breakfast, and we went over to have a look at a bigger ramp truck.
Yeah.
So, if you've seen the F truck, obviously in our videos we do have the F truck ramp truck, which is a really cool truck. Was there any footage of us driving around in it? It was just us at Superformance in it in the last week, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So,
There
but
is
yeah,
a
we
full
spent,
video on it as well.
yeah, and then we went cruising up to Wellington Point for some brunch,
Mhm.
and we also went cruising the night before out to the Logan Village. And we took the F truck cruising around to those. Sally was driving the F truck everywhere. She likes to drive that, and yeah, we enjoy that, but we wanted to get a bigger one, so we found a dual cab Chevy with it was about 9.9 meters long, so a massive bed on the back of it,
Mhm.
dual cab, so we could fit the whole OTL crew. Yeah, big block, fuel injected, Chev, and thought that'll be perfect. Look how great's that. Um, Maybe we'll keep the Ford, maybe we'll sell the Ford. Don't know what we would do there, but we went to buy that.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, when we got there, it wasn't quite as good as we thought. The plan was to drive it back, was to fly down there. I had mate Josh with me, and the plan was we'd grab some tools, some bits and pieces from Super Cheap, which we did. We go pick
Mhm.
it up, we jump in, and we drive it back. The 20-hour trip. So unfortunately, we got there. It just wasn't going to make the trip. And like James just said, wasn't a bad truck, wasn't a good one either, and not for a 2,000-kilometer road trip.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, there was a couple of issues in with the engine that we spotted. We don't know, because it was like it could be just something small, but it could have been something very major. It was probably something very major. There was some issues elsewhere as well with the chassis and stuff like that. That was
G'day, Dang
certainly
Dang.
a lot more work in that than we expected, and was probably going to cost tens of thousands of dollars by the time would go, if we got back. If we got back, it would be tens of thousands of dollars to be able to get it anywhere near the point of engineering approval, and then based on how it was done and the length of it, maybe might not have ever been able to be put on the road.
Yep.
Would be would be my concern.
Yep.
So we walked away.
G'day, Sister
We just
Bluebird.
walked away. So we didn't put a video up of it. So you see in the video that we flew down and you saw us go down on the plane, you saw us leave, but you didn't see what we were there to do.
Mhm.
And we didn't put a video up on it because he is still trying to sell it. So
Yep.
I'm not gonna step on his toes on that. He's obviously still going to try and sell it, and it's up for someone else to check out and see if it fits for them. But it wasn't for us, so we got our deposit back and flew home, and it was I don't know, a lot of money just to go and say good day and have breakfast with James.
Yep. Dang Dang says phone's about to die. Sounds like you need a Kenworth, Dave.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Brendan Bennett says Junga Bunga ran low 10s in testing at winter warm-ups on low boost with plenty more in it. There you go.
That is quick. That is quick. Need a Gemini to catch him one day. So if we had bought it, he was going to follow me home. James was going to follow us back. We would have needed it. We needed a support car. We could have just popped your car on the back and you could have came in with us, but that probably would have not been good with that chassis. That might have fell through a bit sooner than expected.
Yep. All right. What do we got?
I do need another drink, but I've come prepared tonight, Tyler.
Yep. Well, while you do that, I'm going to start talking about the next story. We've got the junior drag bikes, the Winter Nationals debut. Now, you did mention before junior dragsters, but we've also got now the junior drag bikes.
That's the sound effects there in the background.
Yep.
Hear that?
Yep. Yeah, junior drag bike racing has had a slow introduction into the drag racing scene. There have been many hurdles to overcome for proponents with lawmakers and government bodies, which is nonsensical considering sports like junior motocross have been around for many years and is far more high risk for competitors. Under IHRA's junior drag bike, which is created for competitors between the age of 12 and 18, inclusive riders are allowed to race production street motorcycles modified to the limits described in the class regulations on the IHRA website. Fully fabricated framed bikes are also allowed if given approval by a subcommittee that oversees the class under IHRA. Racing is a traditional dial your own over the 8th mile distance, the same as junior dragster, with the following classes. The A junior drag bike for riders between the ages of 13 and 18 years, limited to ET no quicker than 890, and top speed not faster than 80 miles per hour. Class engine capacity limits 161cc to 350cc, and then the B junior drag bike for riders between the ages of 12 and 17, limited to ETs no quicker than 990 and top speed not faster than 70 miles per hour. Class engine capacity limits 120cc and 160cc to 160cc. Sorry.
We'll probably see a few of these guys as well, Tyler, because that where I was talking about Clark and drag racing, where they camp, is Tony from 5-Star Motorcycle Movers will be probably right beside him.
Yep.
And we'll be hanging out a little bit there, and he does a lot with the junior drag bike. That's he's been a big advocate in getting that up and running.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm sure we'll get to check out what's going on there and have a bit of a look, because I don't think I've ever really seen them out there before. Not the junior drag bikes.
Not the junior drag bikes.
So,
but yeah, but as you mentioned, we got behind the scenes Ken Cullen, Mick Withers, Brian Alvizio, Shane Holmes, and Tony Wilson were the key contributors in making the bracket happen under IHRA, particularly Wilson, who has been running a junior drag bike program at Bunaraby Raceway for Andra, building and providing communal bikes to any young racer, giving them a chance to race without necessarily already having a bike of their own yet.
Yeah, so we actually just printed up a heap of shirts from recently. Well, Sally did printed up a heap of shirts for them.
Yep.
For the junior drag bikes. Yeah, and their junior drag bike camp. They have like a bike camp up at Bunaraby and stuff as well. So yeah, we'll see them. Check that out. We'll maybe have a chat to a couple of those in the video for Tuesday as well. Might be a couple of videos in it, Tyler. So we've got plenty of people to talk to out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see what we can put together, eh?
Yep. And of course, the photos shown courtesy of Dave and the team from Drag Photos.
Awesome stuff. It was still a good catch up, James. Thanks, mate. Wasn't probably was a bit short, but yeah, it was all. I guess if we were driving, it was always going to be a short trip as well. So maybe it was longer because we would have just got in the truck and left. Got to go for a drive back to Super Cheap to take back all the tools and oil and supplies and that we'd bought.
Yep. You didn't put that in the video. You didn't put a second entrance into Super Cheap.
No, because I think I was just disappointed. I was on Marketplace trying to find something else because I was pretty keen to.
You weren't going to let an opportunity go.
No,
you could have bought a Skyline while you were down there.
If I found one, I might have. The money was burning a hole in my pocket that day. It was all about, we'll just drive something back. But yeah, it didn't. We didn't find anything there that I wanted, or was in the price range. So and then I got back, and on the Monday, I think about 5 people sent me another Ford F350 with a longer banana back on it. Didn't look as cool as ours, but it was in really good nick actually.
Yeah,
it did look in really good condition, and it was just 3 days too late.
Yeah,
if it had been 3 days earlier, I would have bought it and drove it back.
Yep.
So, but we'll just stick with the one we got. All that money that we were going to spend on another one, I'll just put that into the one we got, and that's pretty awesome. So, which probably won't happen. but it'll just stay like it is
Yeah.
probably. But we could put that money into it.
Mhm.
And maybe we will when we get the shed happening. We just got to get to the shed. The shed's got to happen, and
Mhm.
then we got more room for activities.
Yep.
Eh?
Yep. You could put some money into the Skyline for me.
I just need the shed again first, Tyler, because if I was going to do some stuff on the Skyline, I'll be doing it here in my shed, not just giving you some money to go to it. But I think I would. We got the shed up
We'll
and
just take. We'll
done, and
just
I
drop it off
had
down the
some
road.
spare. Well, we could do that too. But if I had some spare change, we'd definitely at least do an E85 flex fuel conversion on it. I think. Would you be happy with that?
Oh yeah, that'd go all right.
So,
Still needs a power steering belt on it. Doesn't have one on
I
it yet.
haven't done that. Have you ordered one?
Yeah, I got one coming. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, just order one online.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put that on.
You could do that.
Yeah, yeah. It's only
You gonna
2
do that
bolts.
yourself?
Yeah, it's only 2
Yeah.
bolts. So
That's all, you can do that yourself.
yeah, that's fine. I just haven't put it on yet. Well, I haven't gotten it yet to put it on. Once I get it.
Plan B. That's Plan B. I was looking for Plan B.
Yeah. Should be here tomorrow, I think.
But yeah, no. Look, I'm happy to pull your Skyline apart if I've got a shed to do it in. So the E85 flex fuel conversion would be pretty straightforward on yours. It'd just be we can plug it into the Platinum Pro, can't we?
Yeah, the
Or
wideband you can. Yeah.
we need the module.
Yeah, you get the wideband, and I believe the wideband just plugs in.
Yep. And then we can put the flex fuel sensor into that, mount that up, do some fuel lines, and some injectors.
And a fuel pump.
And fuel pump. Does your fuel pump need a bigger fuel pump?
I believe so, yeah. It's probably safer just to get one.
Was it maxed out? Or I know you.
The injectors are maxed out. The injectors
Yeah,
are no good for E85.
No, because you're at 95% duty cycle on the injectors, I think, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know about the pump, how much pump you had, but we could. But there's not much change of fuel pump.
No.
All stuff we could do, and people would love to see the content.
I'm sure they would, absolutely.
They want to see us doing this stuff.
James says, and that coolant leak? What coolant leak, James? It hasn't leaked since we put some needed on it.
No coolant leak there. If we did the coolant leak, that is a whole new plenum.
Yeah.
Because
at that point, if I'm going to take the plenum off, I might as well just put a forward-facing one on.
Yeah, I don't think you want to stick with the same. And then if we're doing that, we probably want to do a top mount turbo at that point as well.
And an intercooler. And then you're looking at new exhaust and everything. Or at least a new downpipe.
But we do have a fabricator that can help with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
That is just down the road. And we could take it down there. Or, which we have a ramp truck, we can put it on and take it down there if we pull it apart.
Mm-hmm.
Take it down for some fabrication. If we have the shed here, I'm sure he'll just come up the road and work on it here as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know a few fabricators as well. We actually know a few.
Well, there's one that we're going to talk to.
Yeah. One. We've already talked
best
to them.
for the job for us.
Yeah.
And already has all the parts you need, Tyler.
Yes.
So, big warehouse of them all. So would be very perfect. So we'll definitely do that. But we're gonna get the shed.
Yes.
Scotty in the chat tonight. Scotty, help us out. Come build a shed. Got to get that happening.
A bit of a steel shortage though, that might hold you back a little bit.
No, we
Carnage.
chatted the other night. He reckons it's about 8 weeks for production. I think it's probably. I just need the plan so I can get the council approval.
Mm-hmm. Void's just subscribed. Welcome.
I just need to get that council approval through.
Yep.
And then then we're good
ready
to go.
To roll. Get the concrete.
Yeah, well then I can. Yeah, we can. We put the slab in, move the shed that's there.
Mm-hmm.
So plan is
Are you going to rip up the slab that's already there, or are you just going to add to it?
Nah, we'll just rip it up.
Yep. Get it
I
all
don't
done
think it
properly.
ever. I think concreting over. I'm not a concreter, and I'll probably get corrected, but concreting over the top of concrete like that generally ends up with cracks.
Yeah,
Where the
probably.
old slab is.
Yep.
So
and you probably want to.
slab.
You also probably want to look at adding your channels right for your hoist to get a little bit deeper concrete in certain spots.
Definitely will be right through the middle. Yep. New shed, Bad Q. Yeah, what size? 320 square meters.
Because I think that's bigger than last time we talked about it.
Is it getting bigger?
I think when we first talked about it, I've been telling everyone you're getting a 210 square meter shed. It's 320.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, okay, it's a little bit bigger than what I've been telling everyone. That's double. You know how big my house is? 176 square meters.
That's only a 4-bedroom house.
That's my entire house.
Build a decent sized garage. It needs to fit a ramp truck in it. We'll be able to pull that ramp truck apart.
It's your shed's nearly two of my house.
So yeah, there'll be a bit of earthworks and stuff where it's got to go because it's got to be built up as well. So we need some fill and stuff to come in. Yeah, that'll be a decent build as well. Like for you guys watching, it'll be pretty good. Well, definitely have a TV and multiple pot bellies. Oh no, not beer bellies. You're talking about fireplaces, Shane. Yes, and air conditioning. So
you're gonna have like a. You're gonna, when you build it, you're gonna build in like a place to exhaust your smoker out from the inside, so you can, while you're in there working on the car, you're cooking at the same time.
It has a Garaport area.
Very true.
We'll put the smoker be out there. So, cold beer fridge. It will have a kegerator. We've already got that. We've already got beer on tap for it, Mopar Man. And yeah, it'll have air conditioning because the air conditioning from the house that is here is getting pulled out and put into the shed. So, and we'll put ducting in the house and put the air conditioners into the shed.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Jamie says, Tyler, my first house was approximately 120 square meters. So what you're saying is that Dave's shed's nearly 3 of your first house?
And then I'm wondering whether it's actually big enough, but it becomes a limit where it's going to be way too hard for the council to get through. So,
yeah.
But I think people want bigger and bigger sheds and stuff now, and it's like, oh, why do you need a shed that big? Oh, because I want to put my ramp truck in there. I want to put my big caravan in there. I want to put a motorhome in there. Like people need big sheds these days.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a caravan or a motorhome yet, but maybe I'm getting one, and I want to have a shed big enough to put them in.
Exactly.
We'll probably have no money to do any activities after I have the area to do the activities.
You're just trying to limit the I need a bigger shed. You're trying to. It'll still happen eventually, but you're trying to give yourself a bit longer. Then the last shed was like a couple of weeks, and then you were like, oh, I need a bigger shed already.
Yeah, we need room for a couple of hoists. Yep, and I don't know. Maybe we'll move all the podcast into the shed too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who knows? We need the room for the activities.
Yep.
And after we build it, there'll be no money for activities. But yes. So yeah,
that's when you need to get a sponsorship then to like help you kit out the shed.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If we do good enough videos of the whole shed build, that it'll spiral into something.
Yeah.
Even if you got stuff for cost price, right? Like like that instead of retail price, you'd be pretty happy.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so but we'll have insulation.
G'day, John Lee.
Yeah,
How are you?
we'll do it all. So, g'day, mate. G'day.
All right. Well, we've talked about the winners, which is on this weekend,
Mhm.
and Steve, legend.
Steve, on you,
Steve's a
mate.
member. Legend, welcome.
Build it first and go from there, James. Yes. Yeah, you are right.
Mark Oliver says there is only ever one answer when someone asks you why you need a shed that big. Why not?
But yeah, hopefully.
See you, Brad.
Yeah, see you, mate. Hopefully we get something out of it. You know, it. Always thought, you know, we are a car channel. We talk about car stuff. Do people want to see shed stuff? And I thought about that. And you know what? Of course they do. Where do you put your bloody cars? In a shed. Everyone that's got cars is also interested in sheds, whether they've got a great shed or they want a great shed. They're all interested in sheds, so it's all part of the same content. What do you reckon? So sorry. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah, we got the winners on this weekend, but that's not all the drag racing we've got on. There's obviously, next weekend is jam packed with events, but we will be out at the Road Trip Drag Challenge. There's only 8 sleeps to go.
We wish we could be everywhere. We really do. We really do wish we could be everywhere. But unfortunately, we can't. We will be at Road Trip.
KO Dang Dang. If you subscribe to KO, you can get the live stream of the Winters.
Yep. So we'll be covering Road Trip. We will bring a live stream from Road Trip for you as well next week. So so you can watch some Road Trip drag racing.
Yep.
And see what's going on there.
And there'll be a few videos as well.
And there'll be some videos of that afterwards.
Yep.
Tyler, you're racing. What are you racing, mate?
I'm not racing.
Oh.
Paige is racing.
Oh, just the Skyline's racing.
Yep, the Skyline's racing. Paige is out there racing the Skyline.
Paige is going to have a go. Paige has never, ever done anything like that before.
No.
I think last year at Road Trip, was that like first time at the drag track?
I believe so, yeah. First time at the drag strip, yeah. She'd been out to QR with us before.
Yeah.
She came out to the track day when we did the first track day in the Skyline. And also she did the Lambo day with us.
There you go. So now she's going to race.
Yep. Yeah, she wanted to have a go. We talked about it, and yeah, she said, I'll do it. I'll have a go.
She's going to race in a manual class.
Yep.
So I think she'll have a great time.
Absolutely.
Yep. So yeah, she should just get out there and have fun. Shane will come out for a no shoe beer or two. That's a summertime thing. Ugg boots the winner. But are you doing Road Trip, Shane? Are you doing Road Trip? You ready to go? Where are we at with that? I haven't caught up with you for ages. Carnage, a video of the 202 running properly and many more. I think there was a video, well, I got the notification today. I haven't seen it yet. I assume that a new video came out today, Carnage. But I haven't had a look, mate. So James says Paige versus Sally. So now we're talking. We'll see how that goes. So Sally will be racing in the Ute, not in the manual class because it no longer has a manual. We'd have to put it back in.
Yeah.
So Sally will take the Ute, race the Ute. Paige will race the Skyline, and we'll see how they go. And because I'm not racing, there's probably I would say a 9 out of 10 chance that Sally is going to be quicker than me by the end of the weekend.
Yep. There's also a 9 out of 10 chance that she'll have done about 960 passes if you don't slow her down.
we're not going to need a hot lap at this time because we're not both in it. You can take a bit of time in it.
G'day, Mechanical Dave.
So, Mechanical Dave, how you going? He's racing I think he's racing an orange HJ out at Road Trip next weekend. So I got to catch up. I don't even know how it's going. Saw a photo.
James says, Paige, if Tyler gives you any James says, Paige, if Tyler gives you any advice, ignore it.
So, but yeah, I look, I do think that by the end of the weekend, yeah, Sally will have probably beat me in the best time in the Ute because she was only 6/10 of a second or something off of me.
Yeah, she wasn't far off. She was pretty close.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will. You're right, James. I will do a pass. I will be doing a pass in the F truck.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chili
that'll
dude.
be very secret.
How are you?
So, g'day, Chili dude. Good to see you. So James says, speaking of any news on the HJ, Mechanical Dave's the man. He's closer to it. He's looking at it every day. Yeah, James says, see what the F truck does. We will do a pass in the F truck, and if you're on the live stream at the start, you'll see it possibly.
Potentially, yeah.
And potentially you'll see it do a pass, but you won't see the time.
No.
And no one will see the time because that'll be secret.
Mm-hmm.
So the time will be a secret. I probably won't even see the time until.
No, probably not. Probably not till it gets announced. But yeah, the time. The idea of it is you've got to get as close as you can to the mystery time. You'll get an idea. You'll get told it's between, for example, it's between 17 and 13 seconds, and then you got to try and land somewhere in there, and you've got to guess what time it is while on the drag strip. You can't just go, it did a 13.5 or something. You got to run that, and you can't go faster than the time it ran.
Yeah, you've got to try and do a pass in your car at what you think the time is. So even if you go, it did a 14, you've got to try and do a 14 in your car, like without going over its time and be closest to it.
It is interesting to watch, the cars that are running like 5.1s and stuff consistently head down there and make a 14-second pass.
Is there a prize if they guess it in the live stream? Maybe. Maybe we'll give away an entry to the next road trip.
We'll have a chat to Mick.
We'll have to check with Mick. I'm sure. I just have a feeling he'll be on board. And let us do stuff like that.
We can maybe reveal it on the Sunday or something when the time gets revealed.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about it during the.
Yeah.
You could maybe have that clip to play that clip back through the live stream throughout the weekend, Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just
we can probably do that.
Putting some homework on your books.
That's not hard. Do that.
That's all right. You can have that set up.
Yeah, we can work that one out.
I'm not being too demanding.
No, we can work that one out.
I'm pacing myself tonight, Tyler. I haven't had too many of these yet, so
didn't have as many as me on the Saturday.
I don't know if you had any of this one. This is the
we did in the taste test, I think.
Did we try this one? We had some of the $200 bottle of rum, but this is the Inner Circle 5-year-old handcrafted cast strength rum, which is 75.9% alcohol. So 75.9%. I did have a couple straight last night, and
you caught fire. Spontaneously
I also
combusted.
tested it, actually. I did put a bit of this on the concrete and lit it up, and it just went whoosh. So you could run your car on it. After we do that E85 conversion, we can definitely run on
flex,
that.
Bit of flex.
Better alcohol or content than the some of the ethanol that you'd get.
Probably
75.9. So yeah.
Gary says it is possible they will need a calendar to work out the ET of the ramp truck, Dave. James Bayless says they're going to use a sundial.
Look, I think it's going to run quicker than the bus that ran last year. What do you reckon? Tyler, what do you reckon?
Maybe. Probably.
Just maybe. Maybe.
I don't remember what time the bus ran. 15 something. I'd say it probably will.
16 something, wasn't it? You were pretty close to it.
I think it was 50, I think it was in the 15s, I'm pretty sure. From memory.
Yeah, okay.
You got Scotty S says, "Hey people, sorry I'm late, working late to try and keep future commitments." Welcome.
Oh, there you go. We were chatting about you earlier.
Yep. MCM says, "I thought Dave was going to say he wondered what a time because the day's racing would be over by the time it went over the timing lights."
Oh, no, we'll get in early. We'll get in early. It'll definitely be a pass before.
Jamie says, "Hey, Mechanical Dave, I work for Maniacal Dave. Are you two related?" Or maniacal. He's probably maniacal.
Well, Mechanical Dave, Jamie, is my mechanical stunt double.
Yep.
So, yeah, he does the work. You know, he's like got the. It's his hands. All right,
Dave. Dave's going to put this in now, and then that's the clip.
Yeah, Mechanical Dave. You know, you see these different hands working, and then back to me. He's my mechanical stunt double, mechanical double.
All right. Well, let's. I got a couple more stories here. These are just some quick ones.
Yes.
Have a bit of a chat about the Nissan Z, the new one coming out. Nissan, they call it the Nissan Z in America, right?
I call it Nissan Z.
It's the Nissan Z Proto. It's sold out. But don't worry. If you missed out, there are more Zs on the way.
Isn't everything sold out?
Pretty much, yeah. It's still at least 2 months from Australian roads, but it's already a sellout success. Nissan Australia confirmed today that the limited edition Proto version has sold out, without revealing how many examples the local operation secured. But before you panic that you missed out, Nissan Australia has confirmed that the standard Z Coupe is still available to order and will arrive at the same time as the Z Proto, set to be made available in late July or early August. However, don't expect your car to arrive anytime soon, with Nissan revealing there's already a long queue for the Coupe too.
Bond says Z400, which we've talked about a bit as well, haven't we?
Yeah, that is what this is.
That's the same one. Oh, this is the same one we've talked about previously.
Yep. Yeah, so this is the Proto. This is the special edition that they're doing.
Right.
Priced from 80,700. And then the Coupe begins at 73,300. Both those prices exclude on-road costs.
Unfortunately, my setup here, I didn't get to see the photo, but James is saying it is a car he could enjoy. He likes the lines clean and sharp.
Yeah. If you've got your Facebook up there, I'll send you a picture. You can have a look. There you go. That's the Proto. So that's got the, probably going to butcher this, the Ikazuchi yellow paint with a black roof, 19-inch bronze forged alloy wheels, yellow brake calipers, and black and yellow interior highlights.
Oh, that's definitely a throwback to the
like the old Datsuns.
The Fair Lady. Yep. Hey?
Yeah, I would love to own one of these.
Yeah, definitely a throwback to the old Fair Lady Z.
Yep.
And back in the day, and definitely they were yellow as well, weren't they? So I don't know if it was the same yellow.
James says, "How long till someone sticks a stroked RB in one?" There's probably already one.
You guys know Faith F truck at 14.9 minutes. Gee, the F truck goes all right. It is only a stock old 351 Clevo, but
Chris Forsberg has he's got the Drift 400Z, or the Nissan Z they call it. That makes 1,300 horsepower out of the VR. He's got a VR38 in it though, so out of the R35 GTR.
Hey Chris, another one chasing the live feed for Winternats. Unfortunately, mate, no KO. KO has the live feed for Winternats.
Yeah,
but
they
we'll
have
pop
the
out
rights to that one.
Yeah, so we'll pop out there and have a look on the weekend, and we'll do a catch-up video after the fact. But yeah, not quite the usual live stream that you would see from us. So, but put a good word in for us. We'll get it there one day.
Hopefully.
It is great that we do see a lot of comments, and it's like, oh, I wish it was on Overtaking Lane and stuff like that, or even some comments on some stuff from Power Play in Sydney with the racing down there, and they're like, oh, this should be streamed on Overtaking Lane.
Yep.
And more and more we see that, the more and more likely it'll happen.
Absolutely.
So, keep up.
What size motor is in the news there? That is a 3-litre twin-turbo V6 that makes 298 kilowatts and 475 newton meters of torque. Metal Mania 3D TV. How you going?
G'day, mate. G'day.
Casey here from Cradle Mountain, Tasmania, Australia. Welcome in.
Do we know what time KO starts Friday, Saturday? No, I don't know the start time, but I think there's a post over on Facebook page for Thunder 400. 400 Thunder. I think they've got something up around the TV schedules as well. So I think you'll find it there. I have seen it. I just don't know. I don't remember what it was. So Tyler looks like he's looking for it.
9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, it looks like.
9 a.m. on KO?
Yep. And if you're an international viewer...
That's on Friday or Saturday?
Friday, 9 a.m. Friday, 8 a.m. Saturday, and 9 a.m. Sunday. And if you're a international viewer, it is on 400thunder.tv. So 400thunder.tv, and that's if you're an international viewer.
Yeah, if you see a link from some Asian guy or some Middle Eastern guy or some
If you just see any link that isn't from 400 Thunder, don't click on it.
Yes, there is a few. I got my comments tonight on someone's thing came up with someone commenting back to me, replying back, saying, "Oh, he should come watch the Winternats." It was just like randomly on other people's Facebook pages. Now they're commenting, like not even on business pages. Like they're getting desperate to make you click on, and there's no paid. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's paid. I don't know. So I shouldn't say it's not paid.
What's
KO,
that?
you've got to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay, yeah. The international one, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. I would say we can't access that unless you've got some sort of IP.
You'd have to be out of Australia,
yeah. Yeah, so you'd have to have a outside Australian. So you'd have to be with IP Droid or NordVP, is that it?
NordVPN, ExpressVPN.
Not sponsored. But if you would like to sponsor us, NordVPN.
Yep.
This could have been
the
your
entry numbers. Not 100% sure.
You got a free segment, but you could. This could be a paid mention.
Could be, and it could be longer if it was. How many entrants? Not sure.
No, there's a lot already out there, and it's cold. It's cold winter. Already there's a bit of a cold front coming through, so some very crisp temperatures. But there's a lot there. We'll have the video recap on our channel come Tuesday, and we'll have some footage of the nitro funny cars and bits and pieces. But our footage won't be from the close-up trackside like a lot of the stuff that we do. We'll get some footage from the stands. So if you're watching our recap, it's like you were there as a spectator along with us. Not right up on top of the action, but we got a zoom on our camera. We can be right there. So it'll be good.
Yep, absolutely.
Roy's out. G'day, Sister Bluebird.
On the Central Coast, north of Sydney.
Central Coast. Oh, not too far away. Not too far away at all. You nearly made it here for a visit. You'll be stopping in soon. On
Just
your
waiting
way
for
to Queensland.
Manscaped to sponsor Dave so we can hear him talk about taking care of your balls.
The
I
how much did they pay me to shave? It have to be a good
It's
amount.
the wrong
Actually,
kind of
wouldn't it?
shaver with Manscaped.
I did an advertisement for shaving cream in the last video, didn't I?
You did.
I didn't mention the brand.
No. I was watching, just on the topic of advertisements, I was watching this Twitch streamer, and he did a Uber Eats ad.
Right.
And then while I was watching him, I got an ad, and it was the ad of him advertising Uber Eats on his channel.
Like the ad in an ad.
Yep.
Classic.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Yep, that's the one, Metal Mania.
He's on it. Yep. It is going to be pretty chilly. What was it? 5 degrees on the Gold Coast this morning, Tyler?
4 actually when I got out of bed. 5 by the time I screenshotted it.
Yep, 4 degrees on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Of all places. There you go. Now, when we first moved to the Gold Coast, Tyler, I don't think I wore a jumper for the first 3 years there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think I wore anything.
If we did, it
other
was
than
like
t-shirt.
if you did, you just wore a jumper. You didn't wear tracksuit pants.
Yeah, mind you, I'm in jumper and shorts tonight, Tyler.
Yeah,
no heater on.
And we got the fireplace on tonight.
No, I don't. No, I didn't get any time to chop wood today. So, but it will be, Metal Mania, right? Freezing out at Willowbank. It will be cold out there, especially sort of this time of night. I'm sure it'll be very chilly out there.
Yep. Says it's 10 degrees out there at the moment.
It's all about that feels like temperature, Tyler. Because the temperature is not the temperature anymore.
Yeah.
Back when
feels.
I was growing up,
hang on. Updated at 8:20. It's 6.9 degrees. Feels like 2.4.
What is? When I was a boy, there
it's
was no such thing as feels like temperatures.
It's north. It's got a northwesterly, 15 kilometers per hour out there.
That's cold for here at the Gold Coast. There you go, as mum. But didn't have a jumper on. And Metal Mania's last Winternats was back in '92.
There you go.
I think I left school in '92, and it was around the time of some great music. It was a great musical era. 1992 was Nirvana, Nevermind. What a great album. Bit of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. It was around 1992, I think. Yes. Sorry, you've got me involved in rock and roll trivia.
All right.
James, you are. That's right. When I went down to Melbourne, I said I was wearing my winter shorts. I did wear shorts in Melbourne as well. It wasn't too bad in Melbourne.
Well, I remember when I went down to buy the Skyline, it was February, that's summer, and up here it was like 29 degrees. I was like, oh yeah, shorts and a shirt, I'll be right. I got off the plane in Melbourne, it was 9 degrees.
In February.
Yeah. Mark Biffin, how are you?
G'day, mate. G'day, Biff. 6 Biff Racing. Good to see you. Scotty S says it was 5 degrees there, but there was frost, ground on the ice, in the buckets.
Frost on the ground and ice in the buckets.
Yeah. Well, doesn't water freeze at 0 degrees?
Yeah.
So it had to have gotten colder than 5, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Had
Absolutely.
to hit 0. Maybe it felt like 0. And the ice froze because it felt like 0, not because of temperature. Does it?
It just felt like it. It felt like freezing.
Yeah. What water boils at 100 degrees, or is it 98 or something? Water boils at, I can't remember. It's been a while since I left school. 92. Said it before. water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
G'day, Paulie.
And or does it boil at 105 degrees but feels like 100? Is it the feels like temperature it boils at, or the actual temperature?
Mopar man
Paulie,
says,
how
have
you
another sip.
Bloody feels like temperatures. I don't know. They're all on about it at the moment. That's all you get. Feels like.
And what was the
But
thing the
yeah,
other day? It's like even the weather on the news is like, saw something that was like the weather has gotten clickbaity in the way they talk about it. Like they use like really dramatizing description words for it.
This year we had rain bombs. Remember, that was the word. That was the thing we get. Oh, it's a rain bomb. That was this year's weather bloody clickbait title, wasn't it?
Yep.
So yeah. Thanks, Paulie. Freeze point is at 0, and boiling point sea level is at 100. Well, feels like 0 or feels like 100.
Yeah. All right. Let me continue on the stories. We haven't done one of these for a little while. The old electric car story. The electric cars could get cheaper as a crucial component in them drops in price. The cost of electric cars could start to fall as the price of a core component in EV batteries is expected to reduce, according to market analysts. Lithium is not only used in EV batteries, but also in home solar storage and big batteries. The market price of the minerals raw oil has soared to about $6,000 a ton as the shift to renewable energy accelerates at a time when supply is still trying to catch up. Prices have gone through the roof. Head of Energy Resources Research, Saul Kavonik, or Credit Suisse. The scarcity we're seeing in lithium right now is fundamentally not a good thing. But now many more lithium mines are being built, including in Australia. We've seen a lot of new mines being brought into production, incentivized by the high prices, and the cumulative effect of all those mines chasing after a boom may just see them get much less for the hard white mineral they dig up. By the end of next year, Credit Suisse predicts the spot price to dive by half to $2,500 a ton. We actually might see the market return to balance or even a surplus over the next 18 months. So yeah, there you go.
Problem will still be microchips, but yeah. I'll tell you what. The one thing about drinking rum at 76%, 75.9%, is I don't go through half a bottle in 4 glasses. So.
Paulie says part of that is down to Australia opening up the production of lithium in Australia. It was capped. There you go.
There you go. That's the reason.
Yep.
We'll see how much it changes the price, but I think.
I mean, it all comes down to the automakers at the end of the day. They might even just keep the price and keep their savings.
I think the electric story of the year for us, Tyler, will be a certain Dodge.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know which one you're talking about. Latest video.
You did watch it? Yeah, you watched it?
No, I didn't watch it at all. I haven't watched that one yet.
I thought you just chuck the clips in, don't even look at what's happening in them. You were there. You were also walking around with us, listening, doing some filming. But Superformance building a Dodge truck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what model.
It's a silicon and semiconductor shortage, says Paulie.
Semiconductors, that's it. Not microchips. Thank you, mate.
Sister Bluebird says, if you all haven't bought an OTL shirt yet, you should. They hold up well in the wash. They're beautiful, and the fabric feels fantastic. Roy and I love ours. Get some. Absolutely. Get yourself a jumper. Got the OTL jumper here. Yep. I think there's even like Overtaking Lane tracksuit pants, but I don't think they've made it onto the site yet.
haven't made it to the store yet. No, I've got to like orders for other people's tracksuit pants that we're doing. But the good news is, if you do love that quality of shirt, get yourself some OTL gear, but also check out all the other channels that are out there. Automotive Carnage just released a range of merch.
There you go.
In the
Nugget
last week.
Garage.
Nugget Garage, all the same shirt, printed at the same place.
Yep.
Skid Factory. Not all the skid factories, but majority. Well, not, I don't know if it's a majority. A portion of the skid factories merch comes from the same place. Who else we got there? Jake and Friends. Dad's Garage. HQ
Mark
Run.
Biffin says best spring jumpers to road trip. I think they'll be in demand.
Yeah, we do have some there. Actually, we've got some of this OG one. These ones were printed prior to the print shop, so these weren't printed by Runaway Print Media.
Yeah.
So
they are the same hoodies, though, I believe, aren't they?
Yeah, we print the AS color hoodies. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't even think of all the places that we print for, Tyler. There's heaps.
There is a lot.
There's a very cool design up on the HQ Holden Run. For those that are HQ, especially HQ Holden owners in the chat, they've just released the pre-order for the 10th anniversary of the HQ Run on August the 13th. And they will be a slightly different shirt. They'll actually be not AS color. The tag will be Right Lane Print and Media. They're getting actually a sublimated shirt for the pre-order, which will be a polyester, 100% polyester sublimated shirt with the whole design on it, and they're getting completely made specially for that. So that's why they're a pre-order only. So, yeah, you gonna get one of those, Tom? Get your
maybe.
You got until next Sunday.
Well, there you go. Scotty S says must be an awesome supplier. I need new shirts and a new logo designed.
They're in stock, Scotty. By the way, those the high vis cotton tees.
There you go.
As well. He was asking me the other. Yes, they have stock of them.
Yeah, I've got one more story. Here. This is the European Union upholding the proposed 2035 ban on new petrol and diesel car sales.
Oh, okay. They're still pushing ahead with it.
Yep. Representatives from the European Union have rejected pressure from the auto industry and voted to uphold the proposed ban on new internal combustion engine cars from 2035. An amendment had been presented to the European Parliament, which would have required manufacturers to have reduced new car emissions by 90% by 2035, rather than the full 100% originally proposed by the European Commission in 2021. However, the 100% target was upheld. While the ban has yet to be written into law, many European car makers have already indicated their intentions to drop ICE vehicles by 2030 or sooner. Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, Renault, Jaguar, Land Rover, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Ford, and Mini are all set to switch to battery power in their European market models by the end of the decade, with many other brands set to follow in the early 2030s. Despite the announcements from car companies, lawmakers in the bloc were unsuccessfully lobbied by automotive associations to reduce the 2035 ban on ICE cars to 90%. The latest vote cements the European Commission's position ahead of upcoming negotiations with member states before the law is finalised.
There's a lot of politics involved in that too.
Yeah.
We're talking automotive and politics, but the banning of ICE by 2035.
2035. It's not that far away.
No, right around the corner. It's only a few road trips off. Eh? Is that how we judge things?
Yep.
How many road trips between? See where it goes. Let's see how they go when they get close to it. So some comments of need a new OTL sticker. We need to print some new OTL stickers. James says that the Dave guy from Right Lane Print and Media is a bit of a slave driver. Sally. Sally's still at work, so she's probably listening in and watching, but she is still at work, not in the print shop work. So, but the news is
that Sally will take over Right Lane Print and Media as of the 15th. Is her last day at work, and then she'll take over full time at Right Lane Print and Media. So yeah, we're like 3 weeks out for work at the moment. So and we like to be able to pride ourselves on very, very fast turnaround. And that's what people have really liked about Right Lane, that you can, at very short notice, you can get shirts printed, but we've currently got about a 3-week wait. So for shirts, for everything, it's pretty full on. But that's because we do both work full time. We do it after hours, and Sally travels as well, so she's driving an hour each way for work plus working all day. So it's sort of a 12-hour day for her at her day job, and then we do 4 to 5 hours of printing after that. So last night I think we finished around 11:30, and 11:30, 12 o'clock last night we finished printing. So it's just it's pretty full on. So Sally's going to take it over, do it all full time, and we'll get back up. So we're not turning away orders, because we're at the point at the moment we're turning away orders. We've never advertised. Everything's been completely word of mouth. So yeah, James, your I see your order. So
Paulie says, still proud that I was the first recipient of OTL beard oil outside of Dave's personal use.
Who was that one?
Paulie.
Oh, Paulie. There you go. It didn't take off the beard oil. But,
no. You do have one. You have a regular customer on it there, so.
Brad comes back for it every time. Won't use anything else. He's tried everything else. Won't do it. So the Automotive Carnage shirts come out mint, actually. So that was the
what
second
colour
design.
were they supposed to be?
Oh no, they're not mint colour.
I was just saying the biz.
It's a very good design. So it suited the old crusty looking Cressida that he's building, and it's really good. I actually been catching up on a bit of Don's videos on Automotive Carnage over the last week. I played a few through while I was printing.
I've been catching up on a bit of Cletus lately.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had
watching a bit of Cletus, a bit of TJ Hunt, a bit of Adam LZ as well.
Well, I had Donald from Automotive Carnage on the TV in the print shop last Sunday while I was banging out a heap of shirts. And also a bit of Down in the Shed with Byron, who's done some stuff with them. And actually, like I've watched Automotive Carnage before, but I haven't been a regular viewer and catching up all the time because I don't often get a lot of time on YouTube.
Yep.
But once I sort of started playing it, it kept playing in through his videos. YouTube started just feeding them up. And I just let it play in the background while I was working. And actually, I think it's a brilliant channel. I'm thoroughly impressed by, the content that he does. There's just some great stuff. I really enjoyed the one of him doing the walk around of all the different cars that he's got at the moment. So wouldn't mind trying to get that F250 ambulance off him. That'd be pretty good. And James says, did I see the one is that the latest one? I only got the notification for that one today, James, come up on my phone. The notification. I don't know if it came out today.
Paulie says, best beard oil ever. Jamie says, I'm integrating the bomb weather forecast model into my own job these days. When asked for a forecast to plan, I suggest 100%, but feels like 80% just in case.
And Darren said a lot of money. He's talking about your electric cars. Is that what we're talking about?
I'd say so. Yeah, still a lot of money for glorified power bank.
For the phone.
Mopar Man says beard oil. I just use nacho cheese for that mean sheen.
I end up with a lot of nacho cheese in there.
James
And,
says KSR Fab is a good one to watch
yeah.
as well.
I haven't watched much of Kevin's stuff actually. Only obviously when he's on. I watched a Build with Mullet
Mhm.
from Cletus's car, so I did watch that. He does have some pretty good stuff there, yeah.
Well, the other thing I've been watching a lot of lately actually is Hot Ones.
I watched Cold Ones.
Yeah,
Have you seen Cold Ones?
I have seen Cold Ones. I think I linked it to you a while ago.
Oh, well, I watched Cold Ones actually just the other night, Tyler. I might be sitting here drinking a bottle of 75.9%, if I haven't already mentioned that, 75.9% cask strength rum. They drank all these different ones,
Mhm.
and the other night this was, I think, their latest video, and they were they started with your normal sort of 40%, and they built up, and they got to something that was 96% alcohol. Apparently tasted like crap. But it actually has a warning on it that says "Do not drink straight." So so they had a shot of that. But it was pretty good. It was a bit like the rum tasting for you, Tyler.
Yep.
If you watch Cold Ones and you watch how they go through everything, and they start and they have the start and then build their way up, and it's this one's 60%, this one's, and there's shot of this, shot of that, shot of that, shot of that. It was exactly like you at the rum tasting that we did.
Yep.
So they might bring back some ill feelings.
Mhm.
I think you should just edit up a video of some of the footage that we got from last weekend of you, Tyler. What do you reckon? Put that out on the
with all
channel?
the sad filters.
All the sad filters or all the bath. There was a lot of bathroom shots, Tyler. Why did you get so many photos in the bathroom?
I don't remember any of that.
Have you looked back at them all?
I have. I did look through them, and I was like, I don't remember any of this.
There was photos of you
It was the
in the bathroom several times, and then
I did get
everyone
told.
should have got a photo with you in the bathroom actually, and then
I
there was
did.
photos of you with a big bag in the car park
Yep.
in the gutter.
Yep. I did get told early on in the morning that if I remember my Bucks party, it wasn't a good enough Bucks party.
Well,
G'day,
I know
Trev.
there's definitely parts that you don't remember.
Jamie says Dave said golfing was impressive. Tyler's golfing was impressive.
How did
I don't
golf
think I-
go for you? Do you
I mean-
remember Top Golf at all? We went to Top Golf. Do you remember that?
No, not really. I remember like little pieces. I remember sitting down and just falling asleep on the chair.
When we got there, we went straight to the bar while we waited for our
I don't remember that.
our booth. No, well, you come up and you were like you're all huggy and and I went, oh, he's stuffed. That's when I knew you were gone. It was cuddly Tyler was about. So, but you did all right for a guy that doesn't drink, hey?
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember that part. The bar. I don't remember the bar. I remember sitting down, hearing people hitting golf balls, and then nothing for a while again. I remember hearing cheering as we left Top Golf, I think.
Oh, there was probably a few people cheering you out as you come out.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, probably won't go back to Top Golf for a little while.
it was free, Tyler. They
there you
didn't
go.
charge us. We got a half-hour session plus food. They brought you food. They actually said we've got to give him some food, so they just brought you all these hot chips and stuff.
Yep.
We didn't pay for any of that. Top Golf was. I will say that I actually think they were pretty wonderful the way they handled it.
That's good.
We've all turned up. We're all we weren't too bad. You were just passed out having a snooze, and then they woke you up, which obviously made you have to have a trip to the toilet. And then they said, "Look, you're gonna have to go."
Yep.
And we said, "No worries." And they're like, "Just keep playing, while we wait for him." And then they come back and said, "Oh, look, play for another 6 minutes. If you finish up in the next 6 minutes, we won't charge you."
Yep.
And so yeah, we got a half hour of gameplay in across 2 bays. There was 12 of us.
Mhm.
Half hour of gameplay, plus all the free chips and free hot chips, and we didn't pay for any of that.
Well, there you go.
So we were asked
Good
to leave.
hospitality.
James. They were really good about it because I was like, you know, they said, "Oh, he's got to wake up. Like we can't have him passed out like that. There's kids and stuff around." I think that was the reasoning. And then so we woke you up, and you were obviously then crook.
Mhm.
And then they said, "Oh, we're going to have to ask you to go and whatnot." And he's too drunk. We can't have him here. And I did say, "Well, we can't leave now. Like he's throwing up, right? Like we've got to let him. He's throwing up." And they're like, "Oh, no, that's fine." I don't think they realised that was going to be for over an hour because we all just went back to the bar.
Yep.
And I think Will and Andy spent most of their time with you.
Yep.
In the bathroom,
Mhm.
keeping an eye on you, holding your hair back, mate.
Metal Mania says, "Do you guys have to travel far to get to Willowbank?" About an hour.
About an hour, yep.
Not too far.
Maybe hour and a half for you, Tom.
No, it's an hour. An hour for me.
It's an hour. Okay, there.
An hour and a half if I got to go to your place first. Or probably about an hour and 45 then. We sort of like live in this weird triangle from all the places we go. It's like an hour to your place, an hour to Brad's place. It's an hour from Brad's place to your place.
it's all the same. It was like when I lived on the Gold Coast, Tyler. Everything it's 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like everything. Where are you going? Oh, so and so about 25 minutes. It didn't matter where you were going. It was all 25 minutes. It was fairly accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You could be going what seemed like fairly close to home or seemed a bit further away. Still took you 25 minutes.
Yep. What do they call Adelaide? The 20-minute city or something?
It's a 20-minute city, is it?
Is it the 20-minute city or something? I think it's like takes 20 minutes to get across Adelaide.
I haven't been to Adelaide in a long time, but Adelaide. I remember when I went to Adelaide, Tyler. They actually
it was once known as the 20-minute city. Sorry, urban sprawl and congestion have changed that.
Well, they also used to have back when I went there last, which was I don't remember how many years ago, but they had the East-West Road, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And the East-West Road went one way in the morning, and then a different way in the afternoon.
Oh, there you go.
In the middle of the day, it stopped and turned around. The same road. It was a one-way road, but it was a different direction depending on what part of the day you were traveling. I traveled in the morning, that road was to the city.
Yep.
And in the afternoon, it was away from the city. So, yeah. East-west.
All right.
I think that's...
We'll chat some events.
Okay. Tell us what's on. I don't have the big list.
That's all right. We got Cooley Rocks on.
Yeah, there is heaps this weekend.
Yep, we got Cooley Rocks on. Winter Nationals, of course. We'll be headed out there.
Yep.
There's Cardi Gras on tomorrow night at the Cahill Sports Park Sports Complex, 5 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Cooley Rocks on as well. I think Dad's Garage. I think Brad's going to go for a visit out there.
Yep.
And Dad's Garage is going to be at Cooley Rocks on, so you'll probably see some footage over there.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the last one you just said, Tyler? Sorry.
Cardi Gras, Dinner with the Cars. He's on at the Cahills Park Sports Complex.
Cahills, yep.
We've got the Hot Hatch Cup round 3 at Lakeside Park on Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. till 4:30.
You haven't got the Mirage in that?
No, I haven't.
Could have the Mirage in.
Got Yank Tanks, 3:30 till 6 p.m. on Saturday at Boatworks Drive.
We'll miss that one.
Cruising Rick's Garage at Rick's Garage, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. on Sunday. And that's all we've got on our events list at the moment.
We haven't got them all in there, so I've been trying to find them, but certainly haven't got them all in there. The Sandman, Trev Sandman, is at Fabrication, and it's called Project Bankruptcy. Good stuff. Chores keep pulling Chris away. That's that time of the day over there for him. So, sadly, it doesn't get started and then crashes, has to reload YouTube. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, poor old broke Trev. I don't know. What else? So that's about it. I don't think we've got much else to go through, mate.
No, that's it.
What we've done. We've talked about what we're doing.
Yep.
We've talked about a bit about your Bucks party. You probably knowing you didn't want to share.
Oh, I don't really mind. Not the end of the world.
Okay.
Who cares? There's no use being embarrassed about it.
It's who we are,
fun.
right?
Yep.
It's who we are. And you've got the shirt to prove it. So you gonna wear that shirt again, you reckon?
Oh, probably at some point.
What is that? The look of if you look at the shirt, does it make you feel a bit sick now?
I haven't looked at it since. I think it's just gone through the wash today, actually.
Because it was funny because your shirt said, what did it say? It said,
he is the groom, we are here to drink.
It had the thumbs up on it, and it said, he is the groom, we are here to drink. And you kept walking around like doing this with your thumbs up as well. Like thumbs up on your shirt. You're like,
yep.
He is the groom, it's me.
I wear my hat on the weekend, my new hat I got.
The fedora. Oh,
yep.
You still got that?
I do.
That's what made you sick, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. All the tipping of it.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was. We had a bit of fun on the go-karts beforehand, except they didn't let me on. I got weight limited. They banned me off the go-karts.
Yep.
They had a weight limit, and I just happened to be just a couple of kilos.
No worries, Darren.
On form. See you, Darren. And then I finished filling it in, and they said, "Come over here, big fella," and put the scales down. And no, I was about 3 kilos over what they would allow. So, I think I was about 3 kilos heavier than Brad, and Brad got on. So I was spewing. Yep. There was 3 of us missed out. 3 of us they wouldn't let on the. I've never had that before. We've been to heaps of go-karts, and never not been allowed on.
Yep.
That was yeah. There you go. But anyway, I suppose we better wrap it up, mate. And, call it a night.
Mm-hmm. Got a big weekend on, so
always heaps to do.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us and having a chat and spending the evening with us. I hope you kicked back and had a chuckle, had a laugh with us, maybe had a drink with us as well. And Sal's got to go. She's got to finish closing the shop. Time to come home, Sal.
Yep.
Still got another hour to get home. But
see you, Chris.
We'll see you guys all later.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate everyone being here and in the chat and having a chat with us tonight. And we will probably see you all next week with with some live drag racing action as well.
Road trip live next week, but stay with us. We'll get you some. In the meantime, enjoy it.
See you in the next one.